Hello, Endocrine Society. I am so glad to be with you today virtually, celebrating 100 years since the discovery of insulin, and what 100 years that has been. I think about that pretty frequently, and I'll tell you why. In addition to being the representative for Washington's 8th Congressional District here in the House of Representatives, I am also a person with type 1 diabetes. And so I have been dependent on insulin for my life for the past 35 plus years. And, I think about the fact that if I had been born in the year 1900, I would not have survived. And that is the case for so many. But boy, have we come a long way from the crushed up pig pancreases that Banting and Best discovered would work for people with type 1 diabetes. Now we have rapid acting insulins, slow, long acting insulins. We have insulin pumps. And so we've gone from people with type 1 diabetes surviving to people with type 1 diabetes thriving and living full and healthy lives free of so many of the complications that plagued generations before. Now, I want to talk about some of the challenges we have. Insulin is still too expensive. In fact, the insulin I use has increased in price from $40 a bottle about 20 years ago up to more than $300 a bottle now. And most people with diabetes need 2 or 3 bottles a month, which is simply unaffordable. So we're working in Congress to bring down the cost of insulin to make it affordable. After all, that is what was the intention all along. Banting and Best sold the patent for $1 to the University of Toronto. This was meant to be a public good, and now it's too expensive. So we are working to bring down the cost of prescription drugs and insulin in particular. But I also think about what the future brings. Now we have purified insulin, we have recombinant DNA insulin, and we have insulin pumps. I am hoping that the next 100 years brings not just lower prices on insulin, but revolutionary change, like a truly closed-loop pump, to even taking the information we have now about the genetics of diabetes and making type 1 diabetes a thing of the past. So onward to the next 100 years.